Allen and Stephon Diggs connection looks to be unstoppable. So, Mike, are the Bills a real threat to the Chiefs?
Yeah, they're a real contender on both sides of the ball, and I think just Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, that connection clicking right now. When you're clicking like that, you can beat anybody. You can destroy any defense. I don't care what coverage they in or what type of looks they present. You can find ways to manipulate the defense, and Stephon Diggs is just a game changer. Josh Allen, the things he's been able to do as far as mobility in the pocket, outside of the pocket, has made him what he is, and that's a premier player and a Pro Bowler in the National Football League. So while I think the team has a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball, they got better as the season has progressed. You know, they still need some work, but, you know, they can be a threat to Kansas City or the Pittsburgh Steelers or however it may align. You know, it's just all about who knows who better. You know, Sean McDermott was with us in Philadelphia in 2009 and 2010, and we practiced against them every day. So if they happen to face the Chiefs, it's about who knows who better, who can scheme who and be, you know, better at it. So, you know, it's all about how things align for this team. Definitely poised in position to put themselves where, you know, they can compete, you know, in the AFC Championship game, and it all starts with Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs.
It does. It does. This offense is going to carry this Buffalo Bills team if they are to have success in the playoff run. You look at Josh Allen. A lot of people talked about Josh is more of an athlete than he is a quarterback. And we all know quarterbacks have to win games in the playoffs. Your defense have to complement you. Your running game, your passing game, everything else has to complement the play of that quarterback. So when you look at Josh Allen and the way he came into this season, we've talked about guys that missed the boat or missed the bus on being pure professionals.
Yeah.
And we talked about that earlier in the show when we discussed the Washington football team. Well, take a look at this guy, and you say to yourself, man, Josh Allen comes into this season, he goes and he becomes third in yards passing. He becomes third amongst QBs to rush for TDs. He becomes fifth in getting TDs and fifth with his passer rating, and his QB rating, excuse me. And I tend to think it's like, where did this come from with Josh Allen? Because we thought he was more of an athlete than he was a passer. Then you take a look at what he did this offseason. He didn't let COVID take him out of his rhythm. He got with a guy. He got with the technology. He worked on his release. He worked on the mechanics of how he threw the ball, and did it in such a small, detailed manner of the mechanics of how he could become a more effective thrower with the strength of his arm. That leadership, that willingness to really, really focus in on improving yourself was a tremendous change.
Yeah.
Throw in Stephon Diggs, who everybody thought was going to be a headache. This guy is not going to come in. He could be a cancer to the locker room. And lo and behold, he's not only not a cancer, he's a catalyst.
Yep.
And he turns into a leader for this team.
Yep.
He turns into a belief beacon for this team. You deliver the ball to him. He's showing you what he can do week in and week out. And I look at this Buffalo team and I say, they have a very, very scary look to them, like the Buffalo Bills of old. Not the same type of defense. They play complementary style, not as dominant as those Bruce Smith led and Daryl Talley and Cornelius Bennett led defenses back in the day. But this offense is pretty impressive, and I don't see them slowing down. I think they're the most dangerous team in the AFC, outside of course, the Kansas City
along with
Chiefs.
Baltimore.
Yeah. Oh, they might not get in.
Along with Baltimore.
You putting them in?
I agree with both of you. I think this Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills team can upset the Chiefs, but I'm going to go from a different perspective and look from a different lens. From the Chiefs side, you got a 14-1 football team that's kind of crippling or limping into the playoffs. They don't look as sharp. And when I say limp for them, it's not a limp for most teams, but it doesn't look as well-oiled as we have come to know and what we've seen over the course of this Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid's run and tenure. And that concerns me. That concerns me. When you sit your quarterback and he hasn't played very well. Last week, he missed a lot of throws. It just didn't look like the Patrick Mahomes that we have come to know. And so going into the playoffs, I remember being a part of a team that was 15-1, coming off a Super Bowl win. And that 10-6 year, when we won the Super Bowl, we were hungry. We wanted it more. There was nothing that a team could do to deny us from winning that Super Bowl. We took our show on the road. Vic, you know, you were a part of that. And so it didn't matter. There was
you always find a way to rub that in.
There was a desire. I hit it real quick. There was a desire. There was a goal. We were chasing something. We weren't defending anything. We were going to take it. Right now, the Chiefs are in another position of where we were when we ended up 15-1 the year after we won the Super Bowl, where now we're defending our turf. We're trying to fend off these guys who are hunting us now. And because of the bye, we weren't hunting. The Buffalo Bills are hunting. They don't care about the Chiefs. They don't care about them winning the Super Bowl. They don't care about Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. They don't care about none of that because they feel like they got that and more. When you talk about Stephon Diggs, who literally talked his way out of Minnesota because he felt like he needed more opportunities. He needed more targets. He needed the ball more. Yeah. And it's shown to be the right choice. And it's benefited this Buffalo team. And so when I look at the type of fearlessness that they play with, and it starts with Josh Allen, and it starts actually with Sean McDermott, and then Josh Allen, and those guys carrying that kind of domino effect of their head coach. This team is scary. I don't care who they play, they are going to be a tough out.
When you look at Buffalo losses, though, I mean, 3 losses, but the losses shouldn't have been losses. It hasn't been a team that has definitively beat this team. They lost on Tuesday night against Tennessee, a short week against Kansas City, and then the Hail Mary from Kyler Murray, which was, lucky play, but anything can happen in the National Football League. So, no team has really beat this team. They've beaten everybody, and they've done it convincingly, and it's because of Josh Allen and the Stephon Diggs connection. I can't leave out Devin Singletary or Cole Beasley. It's a lot of guys that's playing a factor in terms of them winning week in and week out. And, they've been fun to watch. And like you said, Greg, they are hunting. They're going after that chip. And it's easy to fly under the radar when the expectations aren't extremely high, like the Kansas City Chiefs and teams like that who got targets on their back every week. But I like this Buffalo team, man, and I think they can go far. I mean, it all starts with Josh Allen. And can he continue to be poised, through this playoff run?
There's a lot of tables in pain in Buffalo, New York, Mike Vick. There's a lot of ketchup and mustard containers empty in Buffalo, New York, people. I'm telling you right now, the Bills Mafia, it's alive.
Oh, yeah.
The winning in Buffalo, it's alive. And I'm not trying to sound like a hype man for the Buffalo Bills.
You do.
But I am, because they're really good. And you should be watching them because they're a pretty entertaining group and outfit to watch.
God, better be happy them fans not in the stands. It'd really be a tough place to play. Buffalo.
LeVar, you're right. They are fun to watch. And as you guys know, anything can happen in the playoffs.
Was in the conversation and pulled himself back into it. But turnovers, I just feel like the way we're judging our MVPs now, which is quarterback heavy, and turnovers. Are you protecting the ball or are you not? Well, Pat Mahomes is 7th.
Yeah.
But Aaron Rodgers, he's tied for 3rd. And the other guys that he's tied with,